Coffee in the morning, whiskey in the evening. Those are the two things I need. Honey, I'm home. I was born in Memphis, Tennessee, and it's kind of the gateway to the Delta. Blues kind of naturally runs through the streets, so I guess it somehow got into my blood. I started about 4 or 5 years ago making these things. I found my grandmother's silverware chest, and I turned it into a guitar, and she'd probably kill me if she saw what I did to that thing, but that's kind of how it all started. So my wife has got this marketing mindset, and she completely supports me by just kind of helping me brand my idea, bring it to the right audience, and it's just one of those things where it's important that she embraces what I do, and of course I embrace what she does. It's what makes two unique individuals come together and actually be able to excel in life. Actually, now that I'm looking at it in the light, I like this piece of wood right here because it kind of looks like some fields going off into the distance, you know, kind of swirled. Pretty awesome.
I enjoy what Matt does for a living. I think it's just really creative and, you know, brings a lot of life into the house and into our lives. And I'm always a fan of anybody who can, you know, be successful, you know, their own personal unique talent and not maybe just be a part of a machine or a cog in the wheel. So it's exciting to see him get to kind of explore his creative outlets and make it, you know, a living. It's exciting.
This is a very meditative spot, and I feel very at peace in here. Sometimes even when the saws are buzzing and everything, it's kind of white noise, and I'm in my own little world. Sometimes I go all day without talking to anybody until 3 p.m. And then I answer the phone, they think that they just woke me up, but I really haven't said a word for 6 hours, you know. Well, back in the 1800s during Civil War times, actually they started taxing tobacco. And when they did that, they came up with these smaller boxes, you know, and that's how they could actually tax. So nobody had any money, but you can easily, obviously, make an instrument. They were making violins out of these things and little guitars and what we also call diddly bows. Obviously, Bo Diddley had a big part in making this revival happen. And we're kind of at a resurgence again today with the whole thing. We're going to give this cigar box some new life. I wonder who's smoking these cigars back in the 20s or 30s or 40s or wherever this came from. My mom was an amazing artist, designer, clothing designer, and just had a beautiful mind. And my dad was an architectural designer. They could make anything out of nothing. And I guess that's where I picked it up, you know. Daddy's rolling sweet, and that's a hard road to walk. Gave me the guitar, yeah, I'm learning how to play. Yeah, I have to stop and see.
I started totally organically, and he was just like, hey, I'm gonna give this a shot and make a guitar out of this cigar box. And he just kept making them, and then he would show them to other people, and they got really excited about it. And so people would ask him to make one for them, and it's kind of fun to see how it started. So just small, it's just kind of a fun project to see what could come out of it, and what it's really turned into is pretty fantastic.
And there you have it. That's the last nail in the coffin. Right? And this Buffy's ready to play. Now we just got to take this thing to Beale Street and we'll be all right. Last year, my band, Ghost Town Blues Band, came in top 9 in the world at the International Blues Challenge. So this year, we're going back and we're representing Memphis, and we're hoping to just keep meeting the nice folks and playing the good music, and the rest will follow. Ghost Town's a really cool creation that involves horns, cigar box guitars, drums, bass, keys, sharp-dressed dudes having a great time playing good old-fashioned Memphis music. Making these guitars is not something I ever sought out to do. It's just something that came, and it's relaxing, it's soothing. It's cool that I had this hidden talent that I didn't know ever existed, and here I am 33 years old, really just starting to hone in my craft. When my mom passed away, I realized just how short life really is, and that I've got to take every second for what it's worth. And that's exactly what I do now. I do what I love, and I love what I do. And I think everyone should do just that. I think that's what it's all about.